You know, we be having people from all walks of life. You feel me?
Hey,
So
man, listen, man, that's the world in general.
like that's why we call it the Figure It Out
Exactly.
podcast. You know what I'm saying? So we just figuring it out. So
Okay. I was gonna ask y'all. I got to figure it out, or
we
Still figuring it
listen.
out,
You
bro.
never, honestly, brother, you never figure out life
that's true.
until the end. That's the only time you ever figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever
Maybe
noticed that?
don't.
So we get this deep right off the bat.
You're right.
I guess
That's
so.
how we doing. All
That's
right.
crazy. Because you know why?
Why?
Welcome to the Figure It Out podcast, y'all. I'm your host, Brian G.
And I am Terry Lamar.
And we are here with a special guest.
Yeah,
Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
You can call me Sam. My Instagram handle is Mr. Hollywood 954.
Black Zeus is his
Black Zeus, I guess.
OnlyFans name.
I mean, listen, I don't have OnlyFans, but if the money's right, I might just do it.
Hey,
Lord
But,
Jesus, man, gonna sling ding ling.
hey,
Hey,
man.
listen,
They do it. Why not us?
It's a pandemic. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, it's a panorama.
You gotta do what you gotta, gotta do what you gotta do. So.
Nah, man. So you go ahead. You fitness coach, all that lifestyle.
Yeah, so I'm a fitness coach, personal trainer pretty much. I have my own fitness brand called A1 Supreme Fitness.
Okay.
I've been doing that now for about 7 years, and it's pretty straight, man. It's good to see people get results and help them get to the next level. It brings a joy out of me to see that because I know exactly what it takes to get to that process
Man.
and to be able to take somebody from point A to point B using the same steps that I took and them being dedicated and disciplined. It just makes me feel good. So I do that, and then I also have my own security business.
Okay.
Where I do personal security, private bodyguard work for a few like DJs, rappers.
Right.
I've done different events.
Yeah, when I get big enough, boy, I'm gonna hire you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, listen, man, I'm here to hire. You can have me right now. I'm in
yeah.
the,
Hey,
you can-
listen,
listen, I
brother,
got it on me,
brother.
shit.
I'm not. Oh, you ain't the only one. I'm my own security.
I feel you. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna be the dude that's bigger than all his guards?
Hey, but
You
listen.
goddamn right. Nah, I want all my guards to be the same size as me, so they don't know who to hit.
Nah, definitely. And it's always good to have extra eyes. You only got to say
You're right.
So
Yeah.
you see what happened down in Miami with that mass shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just want to be on alert. Make sure that everything is being protected at all times. So that's the main thing.
I wanted to ask, you know what I'm saying, being that, yeah, you're a gun owner, I'm a gun owner, whatever. Do you really feel like, is it guns a problem or is it people?
Nah, it's definitely people. Guns
Okay.
is just a tool. I will say it's a full spectrum because you got to look at society as a whole, what people are taking in as far as television or just social media entertainment. That's what, it has an effect on people's
Yeah.
like makeup. And we tend not to, look at how society is pretty much formed by the things that we see, the things that we go through on a daily basis. And if our social media, if our phone is something that we go through on a daily basis and we see things happen and we are pretty much creatures of habit and we fall in line to what it is that we like, we find our group of people, our group of friends, and it's, usually similar to the type of things that we like. So
Yeah. I mean, because I even think back, even if you want to take it back to olden times where everybody had swords and stuff,
True.
there was still crimes with swords.
that's what it is. That's
and
what it is.
everybody had a sword.
That's another weapon.
That's what it is.
That was a strap back then.
So you put somebody in an environment where they have to be, a tough or a savage type of person, a savage type of individual,
Yeah.
and then you give them a gun. What you think is going to happen?
That's true.
They get into situations where it might cause for them to have to use that, and rightfully so if it's in self-defense.
Yeah.
I mean, where the lines get blurred, I guess, is where people tie in the emotion with the logic, and they start, letting their emotions really push them to, do
Yeah,
things
I
that
feel
they
like
don't
you
want
can't
to.
make no emotional decision like
Nah.
that. Like, it should never get to
Shouldn't.
that.
But
Like-
I mean, think about it though. Like,
Yeah.
how many times you done got mad and probably punched a hole in the wall or something like that,
Mhm.
and
They
then you
don't
think
even-
you look back, it's like, well, why did I do that?
Yeah, why I did? Well, I
They don't even
can't
want
tell
you
you.
driving cars when you mad because you liable to crash them motherfuckers. So
Facts.
why would you operate anything like that could end the life like
Facts.
that? Even though a
Yeah,
car can.
boy, because I be skirting when I get pissed off, especially
Exactly.
if somebody getting an argument with your girl or something.
Bro, I done crashed. I done backed into somebody because I was hot because I was about to fight somebody.
Crazy.
And I'm just thinking about it, not paying attention.
You ever get irrational and get mad at somebody and know it was your fault, but you still gotta get mad. You can't not.
I mean, yeah.
You like, man, why'd you drop that motherfucking peanut butter? You dumbass.
I mean-
you know you bumped them, but you like, fuck it, it's you.
and at those moments, you just gotta get mad at yourself, I guess. And
Yeah,
just,
I'm gonna do what my parents did. I'm gonna go ahead, go in the room, and act like it didn't happen. Come out later. You want some ice cream? You hungry?
I feel you.
Want some juice?
I mean, I think just saying that, it start like I say, you humans it's in our nature to get mad at certain situations.
Yeah.
So, that's human nature. If we get mad at things, that's what's gonna happen. If you take guns away, a person will use a knife. If you take knives away, a person will use a rock. If you take a rock away, they're gonna use their hands. I mean, people are gonna die. That's just the case of life as it is.
Yeah, it's just it really is just a cycle.
Yeah.
It's a part of life, to be honest.
But then, like I say, going back to how like society is based off the things that we see, when you think about it, okay, well, all right, now this stuff is a natural thing. People die. It's how it's always been since the beginning of time. But now you have social media to where I can easily just pull my phone out, take a video, and show it to the whole world.
Hey, does that irritate you? Because it irritates me when I see people record something when they can stop it. I'll be like, so nobody gonna stop this.
Cause listen, I'm sitting there watching it. I might be laughing my ass off in the
That's true.
video.
Yeah.
It's like, what if I was going through a bad day and that video made me feel good?
That's true.
Point? You know what I mean? Somebody else's pain, and it's bad. Like
laugh
somebody
at their
else's
pain,
pain. Would
Like when I be watching them
bring me
epic fails, like when somebody like runs into something or whatever,
True.
I'm like,
funny,
damn.
And it's not like recording isn't doing anything.
Yeah.
By recording, they're putting it out there.
True.
And that's more than we can say that happened in the past.
In the past, true. So now we can see exactly what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
And at the same time, everything's situational. Like, that ain't my beef, my nigga. All right, well, I'm gonna get in there and stop that. Like,
That's true.
Then now I'm
That
bringing
ain't my
those problems. I might bring that energy on my way.
I've been that way since high school. Them boys about to fight. I'll be like, oh damn, that's crazy.
But then, like I say, going back to how society, like the things that we see. So, you know how a lot of times in high school when it's the fight, the kids that's fighting, the whole crowd gets around the fight. People around that, after the fight is broken up, now they start getting agitated and they quick to want to snap on anybody.
Yeah.
Why is that? It's because they
the
just
energy.
seen that. You know what I mean? So that's what I think is really like happening right now.
I think energy is a big thing too.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy though? Speaking of society, I would say it for your fitness thing. Do you find it harder because people want to skip the results, or not skip the results, skip the process? You know what I'm saying? Do you find that hard? Do you have clients that be like, "Oh, I ain't lose enough,"
Yeah.
and then you be like, "But you out here eating Twinkies when you
That's
go
right.
home, or
Yeah.
eating a bag of hot fries every day. You out here blaming me."
Like, it's my cheat week. What?
Yeah.
It's my
Nah,
cheat
you get that a
week.
lot, too.
I'm trying to lose this double
Crafty
chin.
crab,
You ain't never
all
gonna
that.
lose it. That little under titty meat you got is never gonna go away.
I mean, listen, I would say it is hard, because honestly, you have to show people that they have a problem pretty much. Like the way that you're living your lifestyle right now isn't conducive for what you want to bring in for yourself. Pretty much, if it's looks, if you want to look better, if you want the highest value of man or the highest value of female, you want to make sure that you have your looks up to par. So it's hard in that aspect to wake somebody up. You really can't do that. They have to be able to do that themselves. So for me, I don't necessarily try and, it's not my goal to force like change on anybody. Right. I don't want to force that on you. Like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change myself. You're gonna see how far I'm gonna go, and either you rock with it and it inspire you, you keep going. If not, keep moving. I mean, you'll find it out some way, somehow. And if when it does hit you, I'm here to help you. Like I'm not, closed. Like it's not like no code or nothing like that. Where it's like, nah, you don't join. Nah, I can't fuck with you no more. Nah. It's not even like that. Like I'm open, man. Just come, ask me for advice. Any small little thing, anything I'm here for. So.
And I gotta ask, cause you want to go first?
I was just gonna ask, like, have you always been into fitness?
I mean, yeah.
Or is it something like a specific reason?
I mean, look at the
why?
nigga.
You never know.
I used to be a fat kid. Y'all didn't know.
You said you're doing it for like what,
For real?
seven years, right?
Yeah, 7 years. So we're 280 pounds, man, close to 300. But I was always into fitness because I played sports. I played football and I wrestled.
Right.
And just transitioning from the field, when I graduated, I tried the college thing. Wasn't for me. Started working, and then I just felt like I already know like the system. for fitness, I might as well go ahead and
Right.
give it a try.
Big
So
facts.
I got my personal training certification, and I just went from there. I actually went with a friend of mine's. I came to him with the idea, and we pretty much discussed about doing it together, and that's how it started. We started doing our boot camps together, just having free boot camps at the park in Hollywood, and then me and him got into a little situation, and I just kept going full steam ahead.
Oh, okay.
With A1. So
So you had started. It was like more of a partnership with both
Yeah.
of y'all on the brand,
it was a partnership with both
and then
of us.
what y'all just had a difference of.
It's like this, man. Everybody has a vision for what they see success for them.
Yeah.
So it was certain things within our business. I could say on my fault that I was immature as far as, business as a whole, like what it took to be a business person, what it took to actually run a business and try to scale it. So and at the same time, I was still weighing 270, 260, you know what I mean? So I was insecure in my look. So I wasn't really going out trying to like sell personal fit. I was trying to get clients, but I wasn't really going out trying because I wanted to get the understanding better of like what fitness is and how can, like, if I can get myself from this to that, now I have a process.
You were trying to actually be the model.
Be the model.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I be feeling that too. Like I don't feel like you should be like in front of the brand or be like, oh, I'm this guy, this
Exactly.
media mogul, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a businessman, you like, but your credit is a 480.
That's
like,
true.
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
I mean, I don't know, man.
You
Credit's
can.
funny. Credit's funny.
credit's funny, but what I'm saying, you know what I mean.
Because if you know how to get money, you know how to get money.
Oh yeah, the
regardless,
credit
you know
don't
what I
mean
So-
nothing. I'm just saying, like, if your affairs aren't in order, like you
Yeah,
can't
true.
be
True.
out here leading somebody when you ain't got your.
That's
together.
facts. That's facts. I mean,
I just bleeped myself. How
Yeah,
the hell?
you sure did.
but at the, but yeah, that's how it was in the beginning, and then me and him he started to move forward in a different direction with the fitness route. Became more personal with him, and me and him had conversations about it. We had pretty heated discussions and stuff like that.
Them niggas fought.
Nah.
I'm
we didn't fight,
Like, nah, don't do that. Don't
I'm
do
just
that.
playing. I'm just playing. Don't do that. But
We
nah,
don't fight. We
nah.
just
But on the
sit
real
down and
talk
about
though,
like men. So
yeah.
and he went his way, I went my way, and
Would y'all ever bring it back or no?
I don't know.
I feel
All
you.
right, yo, leave it at that.
Yeah, leave that there. There we go. You know what I'm
I don't know
saying?
about that.
That's good though, bro. I mean, I like that fact of the matter that you have your own business and you focus on that.
Thank you.
I mean, is it harder when you know what I'm saying, being an entrepreneur and like you just doing it, like you're not really working a 9 to 5,
Yeah, I
like
can tell you.
like a set 9 to 5, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could tell you right now, it's definitely harder because everything is on your shoulders. It's not even like physically hard; it's mentally draining. You get drained out,
Damn.
especially depending on like the vision and the goal that you have for it. And if it's not quite there yet, just getting through that process is hard alone. So it takes mental toughness. Especially when you have that 9 to 5, you already know if I work X amount of hours, I'm gonna get X amount of pay. That's
Yeah.
guaranteed. Like
Yeah.
that's guaranteed money. Like essentially, I know I work this and I know I'm gonna get paid this. Unless you got a shady job that's not paying you. Had that situation, different story.
Ooh.
But
Yeah, haven't we all?
Been there, done that.
yeah.
You said 250.
Listen,
It's
bro,
175.
I just say it got to the point where I had to pull up to the job, was ready to take off on the owner. He didn't want to come out, was scared. So
Oh
yeah,
damn.
man, shit was just.
That boy
but
probably took his shirt off and all.
I ain't take the
I
shirt
want
off.
my head up. What's up?
Nah, you
I didn't take the shirt off. No. But I definitely let my point be known because it just gets to a point where it's like, man, we sitting here working, bro. Pay me my check.
Yeah.
Like I ain't trying to hear none of that other shit you talking about. Like
I
don't
hate
care
when
what's
they
going
be
on with
trying
the
to
business,
lie
pay
to
my
you
check.
too.
Exactly.
They be saying like, well, we didn't make a lot of money this
But here,
week.
but here's the funny thing about it, dude. How I say it, I see it from two sides of the spectrum now because at that point I was a worker. I was working for
Yeah.
somebody. Where my check at, I'm gonna pull up and get my check. But now that I'm an entrepreneur, put myself in his shoes.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it feels like to have one of your workers coming up to you for the demanding their money because maybe the finances aren't up to par. But then that's on you. Like you the business owner. You gotta know exactly how to run the finances. If it's not working, if it's not making sense, you gotta,
That's
find a
what.
different
That's
way.
exactly why I be saying to some of these show promoters, like, I be working with them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I go and I do my thing, pay me for my art, but I understand because we used to throw events.
Mhm.
So I understand when you don't get what you get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
money ain't right. So I tell them like, hey, just be real with me. Be
Yeah.
upfront. If you ain't got it, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the full thing, pay me a little bit, whatever, we good. You know what I'm saying?
But are you selling yourself short by
Nah.
that? That's what I'm saying.
I always say this time, but then the next time, you know what to do.
I feel you.
I make sure that's clear.
I feel you.
Now some people don't follow that formula,
mean,
and then I don't do no more shows with them.
Some people take that for granted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
A lot of people take kindness for granted.
Yeah, and everybody's different because some people will be like, nah, I ain't taking nothing less. Like,
Mhm.
this is it. Like, you can't pay it. I'm moving forward.
Because they've been fed up. That done happened to them so much that they just like.
I'm reaching that point now.
Yeah,
I
like-
ain't gonna lie to you.
I think a lot of people are reaching that. point.
Yeah, I like a lot of people. Even after like Corona, I feel like a lot of people's patience is
Panorama?
like
What
this.
you call it?
You know, the whole panorama, boy.
Panorama.
The whole Pangea. Like everybody's patience been like this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody's patience is like this now.
Definitely. They say summertime brings that out because the heat. You know, people start to get more stressed, more agitated on things.
Yeah.
quickly. I don't know how true that is, but I think it's like I said again, what we see. We just saw that mass shooting. 20 people got shot. So now, what you think?
That was some whole ass shit.
Some people not gonna go outside, and the ones that's gonna go outside gonna arm themselves back, and they may encounter a situation that might not necessarily cause for the gun, but because you seen that mass shooting,
Mm-hmm.
you on high alert, that gun gonna get pulled, and now we
Yeah.
have another situation that just keeps cycling and going back and forth. People's patience have been tested, I would say, through the pandemic, just because of everything shutting down. It kind of like put a shift in like
Yeah.
the movement of society. So I would say, yeah, that definitely has caused people to be more. I mean, I guess people they're starting to find out more about their true selves and what they truly like, what they truly want to do, and not just go with the flow, not just go with the motion of things. Because now you stuck at home, you ain't got no choice but to sit there and
Yeah.
find self pretty much. So,
Right. Has the pandemic like changed like your social cues or the way you interact with other people at all?
Nah, because I feel like I was prepared before. I naturally I would say I'm an introverted person. Like I don't necessarily, I don't want to say I'm not outspoken because I can speak well and I can speak
Right.
out, not a problem. But I don't like enjoy necessarily going out.
Like,
and
what's
doing
the
that.
point? Like,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
unless you have, I'm
Yeah.
the same
You
way.
feel me?
Same
Boy,
way,
hey,
yeah.
I'm the same way. As much as people be like, "Oh, you like attention? You like?" I'm like, "Nah, I really
Nah.
don't." And now I'm like, "Damn, I gotta go back out here and deal with y'all hot ass breath."
Right.
Like, since I got
I be still lost. I be like, "Bro, how did you not learn that your breath was hot during this whole time?"
Hey man,
Yeah,
listen,
man.
man.
What-
So, that's facts.
like you've been through the whole Pangea and you
No.
ain't realized your breath was hot. You've
with
been
that
smelling
mask
it.
on? Exactly.
Right.
Bro, somebody had bad breath
Right,
the other
with
day
the
at Wynwood, and I was like, bro, how?
I mean, listen.
There should be no stank breath
So
the
now
whole
me,
time.
Me being a fitness guy would say is the way that they living, is the food that they eating.
That's
Maybe
true.
their digestion isn't, as regular as it should be. So they got a lot of buildup on the inside that
Ooh.
comes out. Nah, seriously, it's real. This is facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, I ain't know all that.
You can have bad breath just off your diet alone, not necessarily not brushing your teeth. If your diet isn't correct, pretty much it's like your pH balance is off, and now all that
my God.
inside of you is coming out through your pores. Essentially, that's why a lot of
Niggas
heavy
got
people
shit
sweat
breath.
a lot, because when you sweat, you're sweating out. You're pretty much, your body is detoxing the toxins out of your body. It's the same thing with you.
Yeah, you got doo-doo in your mouth.
Facts.
Hey, he said it. You got doo-doo in your mouth.
Doo-doo in your mouth.
Doo-doo mouth.
got
Stank
shit
mouth. Get some toilet paper. Wipe the doo-doo out your mouth.
Stop, man. Chill out, man.
I'm done. Smell your breath. Smell like doo-doo. Say little skid marks there.
Don't worry, I got the Tic Tacs in the pocket.
Oh, man.
So prepared.
What?
Boy, I keep gum on me, bro. I've been doing that before the pandemic. I always had gum. Like, I don't know. It's weird because now it's like, it's crazy. You got used to not going to events and stuff like that. And I don't know, but for me, it's been all right.
Let me ask you, how long you been in a relationship for, if you don't mind me asking?
Close to 7 years.
Close to 7 years. You've always had gum with you, always, even since before then.
You better ask her.
You met him with gum.
I had Listerine in the car, brother.
I feel like it's like a single man thing, man.
Hey,
Like,
hey, you know what's
'cause
crazy?
I was the same. Like when I wasn't in my relationship, I made sure I always had gum on me. And now that's just something that's always just been like
Yeah.
ingrained in me. Like,
Yeah.
damn, all right, let me make sure I always have my
Gotta
gum.
make sure.
Hey, you know what's
Right,
crazy
bro.
though? The other day we was in the car. She was like, she came and she opened the thing and she was like, "Boy, you got Listerine in this?" Like you know how the eyebrow raised. Like, why you got all this? And I'm like, "Girl, when you met me, I had all this. What you
Yeah,
mean?"
listen, man,
Like I
listen.
refuse. It was one thing about me. I refused to. I always had spray.
Mhm.
Like you know what I'm saying?
You had
That
Axe.
and gum.
Chocolate.
The axe. You know what I'm saying?
Already know,
At the PE
Hey,
class,
listen.
at the basketball.
Hey, listen. Straight after the
Straight to
court.
Family Dollar.
Talking about. Oh, come slide on me.
Facts,
Hold on.
facts,
I'm good.
boy. Yeah, boy.
Put me in the game, coach. Like,
Way
Can't
too
tell me
much.
I ain't smell
Almost
good.
died.
I mean, your balls still stink, but it is what it is. At
Can't
least
tell
I
me
smell
ain't
good on the
good.
outside.
Shit, I used to spray that shit and walk around with my head held high,
Hey,
smelling like straight chocolate, looking like
hey,
chocolate.
boy.
This chocolate
Hey,
right here.
you remember when everybody had different axe sprays in their back pocket?
True.
And they had the little, you
The
remember,
Cool
you remember,
Rush.
well, you remember we used to twist the top and just come up. You like, oh, I got you now.
But the thing is that it never lasts long. Like,
It don't.
Nah.
It lasts a period, maybe a half.
You gotta spray it
Nah,
on
yeah.
right before you walk in somewhere.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's-
let me tell you
And
something.
go and hug somebody.
It don't last. It only lasts up to lunch. After lunch, you gotta spray it again.
B lunch, C lunch.
It gotta be. I would say if you got A lunch, you're gonna be all right.
be
If you
straight.
got B
Depends on how
lunch,
much you
you
moving
stretching
around.
it.
Moving around, true.
Yeah.
True.
And then don't have like gym or something before
Yeah,
that.
it's a wrap.
Then you fucked.
Over with.
You know what I'm saying? But C
Gotta
lunch,
take a whole bath.
that ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
You gotta take you a whole bath.
Yeah,
You know what
definitely.
I'm saying? Splash it up real quick. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, boy. This one time, boy, I don't know what I was eating or whatever, but I was stank that whole day at school. And I was spraying the shit out of myself. And it's crazy because that was the day I got the most compliments.
I got something.
You smell good. I was
My
like,
eyes
if you-
watering. Why you spraying?
I was like, only if you hug me, you would know.
Yeah. Nah, man, I had a situation. This was back when I was in middle school. But it wasn't really the Axe spray. I had some cologne. Some of my granddad cologne. You know that old.
Oh
that
shit, that
strong-
shit that sting your eyes. That's the shit that sting your nose.
Hey, but listen, listen,
The aftershave.
this back in the day when you wearing the 4XT, the long pants, you got it tucked in to make it like you got the little
Hey.
phone on the side. So you know
That
I'm
boy
doing
had
all
that
clip.
every time it come around my corner, bling bling.
doing all that. So I used to carry it in my bag at school, and one day the lights had went out at the school, and so I'm in my science class sitting down, and I feel like I'm musty as hell. I just smell myself. I'm like, damn. So I pull it out my bag and start spraying it. Spray like 3-4 times. This chick I had the biggest crush on. I mean,
Had to be
writing love letters, wanting to hand it to her. To be honest with you, that's how big of a crush I had on her.
Yeah.
She turned around. Oh my God, Sam, put this stink ass spray on. Oh my gosh, it's hot in here. We can't smell. I can't breathe. Yo,
I knew that was where that was going.
yo.
You never put
Crushed
it
my
on
heart,
around
man.
people.
I would have cried.
It come out too strong.
I would.
When I put it on, I thought I smelled good. I thought I was
Nah,
all fresh,
you-
man.
you-
She
yeah.
just killed my dreams.
Yeah, boy, you had that unleaded on you. You
learned
had
my
that.
lesson.
Yeah, you put that diesel on you, boy.
I learned a big lesson. Never do too much. That's what I learned. That
Yeah.
day. So
Yeah.
now from now, I know never.
I
do too
learned.
much.
It took me a long time to learn that because
Yeah.
I'm an avid, I was an avid cologne guy.
Mhm.
It took me a long time to learn. It's just spray here,
Mhm.
just wipe it in,
Exactly.
then spray right here between the wrists,
Mhm.
right there, just light. You know what I'm saying? Just light. So when they
Man,
get
pulse
close,
rate, the heartbeat.
so when they get close, yeah, you know what I'm saying? When they
Right
get close,
there.
like, smell good.
Nah, nigga wasn't doing all that.
Yeah, but not close enough where you
Yeah.
walk by. Yeah.
All on your clothes when you take
Yeah,
your clothes
that's
off.
What?
It's gone.
Well, I did it today. I don't know why. I forgot all the basics.
No, nah. Listen, now it's not. I mean, it's still cologne. Cologne's still in there, but I would say you want to start looking at lotions. Go like the Body Works and look at the lotions that they have. Man, they got some in there smelling
No
just
son.
like.
What?
You don't even need cologne for that. You throw that on, you good.
No,
to go.
son.
You out here smelling like a whole pina colada.
Hey, listen, that's gems, guys. Gems.
Hey, listen, fellas, you hear that?
It is true.
Yeah,
I had
that-
even cocoa butter. I done had
Bed Bath
put
and
on that.
Beyond. Get the lotion from them, man. That's the key.
That's the plug right there. That and Burlington. Hey, listen, 90% of my apparel comes from Burlington.
I won't judge.
Don't let the gold fool you. I'm broke.
Burlington and Bed Bath and Beyond. That's where we shop.
What? Bed Bath and Beyond.
Not Bad Bath and Beyond. I'm sorry.
and
it's,
Body Works,
Bath and
nigga.
Body Works. That's what it is.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Bad
that was
talking
on me.
about-
I said Bad Bath and
No,
Beyond.
he-
Oh, okay. All right. It was miscommunication between y'all.
Jesus Christ.
I know where it all comes from. That's why I was like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I know what I meant. We both knew what I
Yeah,
meant.
let me tell you something. You going to Burlington? They got some $10 colognes that smell like some $70 colognes.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
I be getting
How
some
long they last,
T-shirts.
though?
What? Good enough?
Gotta get the oils. I like getting oils instead.
I don't
Yeah,
like the
I know
oils
what
like
you're
that.
saying.
You
Yeah,
like
they
oils?
last longer
Yeah,
and they
You
strong.
like the oils?
I think oils are straight.
Really?
I think the oils are straight. I go
I
with
don't
oils.
know why I feel like it don't last as long. Or you think it lasts longer?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it lasts longer. I think it's just like cologne, but
You know what's crazy? If you had a choice,
yeah.
this just came to my mind. What's one thing about a woman you just can't take, like if you're dating? Mine is hygiene.
That's a big one.
You can't be stank.
Yeah.
You can't be stank.
That's a big one.
Stank breath, stank anything.
Yo.
I can't do it.
Ever had like a pretty girl that just got the stankiest mouth?
Oh, I give you
Always
I
one
give
of them.
you one right now. There was a girl I had a crush on in high school, right? Biggest crush. I won't say her name because she probably watches this. The 4 viewers that we have.
Go ahead, man.
So we finally we ended up in the same class. So we got paired up together, like on like a project. So I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, I'll come to your house and you come to mine and we'll work on it. I'm like, I'm gonna come to your house. You know what I'm saying? You already know what's in my mind.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm greasing. This is my chance.
Like,
So
you
listen, I
dabbing
go over there. Everything was great. She wearing black tights, booty like this. It's
Already
beautiful.
Knew what to do.
She fuck around and walk past me, and my eyes watered.
Crazy.
And it wasn't just like a one-time thing. Like she just was stank. And that just changed my whole outlook on her. Like
Yeah.
she went from beautiful to like, yo, stank ass. Like it fucked me up.
That's your first time going over there?
That was my first time ever.
Damn, bad first impression.
That was my,
bad.
and it was like, and like even like now I'm like,
I would have went one more time.
yeah, you know it's crazy.
You just been like,
Was she bad at like?
It could have just been a bad day. Did she say she went to the gym? You know, if they go to the gym, well, she on a period. You know what I'm saying? The gym and the period mixed together. That's a bad mix.
Bad mix, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at these niggas. Give her another chance.
I mean, if she bad, I mean,
Yeah, go play in that stank
you
pussy.
never know.
maybe
Not on that
that's
second
not
day.
that day, but yeah, the second day maybe. I mean,
You know what?
That day
You're
you
right.
you
And
at
that
house, you
and
wanna take
see,
a
and
shower
that's
together.
why we're dudes. Because a woman, one time, that's all you get. One time she smell you stink, you
think so?
never gonna get another chance.
That's a lie.
I've never. How much you want to bet?
If she got a high interest into you, I
You
think-
mean-
Even if, I've seen women literally like because
Because of the first time?
I've seen women literally because they do like the dude like either he had on some dirty shoe or dirty something like they be like
Okay, true.
and just
Yeah.
fall off like you've been liking this dude for 7 months
Yeah.
like in all his pictures everything. The second you go, like you see him out in public and you're like, oh, that's not what I
Like,
thought.
ooh, his nails dirty.
It, true.
It be dumb stuff like
They look
that.
at that too. They look at
Oh
that
my
too,
God,
that's
he
fact.
bite his nails.
Oh, there it is.
His mouth stank. I know it is.
Seriously, they look at
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Dude.
I mean, I guess that I don't know. Nails, that's you shouldn't have like scum. But if it's as a man, like if
You shouldn't be a scumbag. You shouldn't have scum on your nails, scumbag.
You shouldn't, so, yeah, I guess women are more critical of smaller things.
Oh,
like
they
that.
definitely
Yeah,
are.
so you can even say one thing that might turn a woman off. It's like, and it's a
Mhm.
normal conversation, but if you say the wrong thing the wrong way, now it's like, oh, this nigga lame.
Yeah.
This
He'd
nigga-
be like, oh, nah, I don't really like drinking Henny.
But
I don't like Black and Mild.
Yeah, that's just how it go though. So
Hey, please help me.
Of course. But just admit you were wrong.
Bitch. Sorry. Huh?
Hey, man, let's not do this on camera.
Yeah, let's not do this on camera. Speaking of on camera, let's talk about hair growth.
hey,
I know you see it. It's touching my neck now. All right? Let's address the elephant in the room. You guys thought it wasn't going to grow, did you? But it did. All right?
First of all, what was that transition? Speaking of what? That had nothing to do with each other.
What? Can I not pat myself on the back?
So you just wanted to throw that out there.
I mean,
you
everybody
found-
else does their own little shameless plugs. Can I put my plug in there?
Okay, go ahead. Show him.
No, I mean, now I don't want to do it. You made it awkward.
Show him long hair, don't care. Go ahead.
Just shake it real quick.
Oh.
Just shake it real. Don't make me shake it real quick, boy.
All right.
Stop.
Hey.
All right. Stop.
Nah.
Oh, you heard him, boy.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been a long, hard road. Pause. Big pause. But yeah, man, because we were just talking about it in the break.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still feel like you've been growing yours for 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Damn, my shit ain't never growing. This he got baby dreads. I've been growing mine for almost a year now. It's barely touching the middle of my neck.
Hey, man, I
I
see
mean, it take
progress.
time.
It's progress there.
It's
I
coming
see it,
down.
man.
I mean, it's there. You remember when he saw me at the bank?
When you had
I
to trick
do.
that
It was right there in the middle of my forehead, like right here.
Oh.
They were small.
What, boy?
Oh yeah.
I mean, small. I mean,
Yeah.
listen,
The
ladies
growth
and gentlemen, we are talking about less than shoelace strings was the size of my braids.
Like, whoever braided your hair had to have tiny ass.
Oh no, she got arthritis now.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
I ruined the career, man.
She brought it on herself. She wanted to attempt that. It is what it is.
Oh man, you remember
What?
back in the day when like braids was like so cool. Everybody had them like Bow Wow, Romeo, all.
I'm mad because I caught it on the tail end.
And they'll braid your hair in school.
I tried,
Yeah.
but
No, I actually had long hair before.
Yeah.
I caught it on the tail end though, because I decided to grow my hair out when everybody started cutting their hair.
It wasn't cool no
Ludacris, everybody. And then I was like, oh,
more. That was kind of like a transition thing. Everybody was like, I'm a man now, so I'm gonna cut my hair.
Yeah.
Everybody that had Lil in front of their names, they were like, I'm not Lil no more. I'm just
yeah,
Just
I'm
this.
Romeo. I'm Bow Wow now.
fucking
Okay, Shad.
Mario.
I had the Steve Harvey.
Wait, Mario had braids?
He had a video where he cut his braids off.
Oh yeah,
What
no,
video
Mario
was
did
it?
have braids. He did.
Yeah.
What video was that?
Why did I think this nigga was bald the whole time?
Nah,
You
and
talking
he had
about
hair,
Dio?
like he had like a low boy or something.
I
like that,
thought
too.
he had like a receding hairline this whole time.
No, that boy had a whole, like, I don't know how long they was, but he had a whole head of braids.
So he had like the Jay Holidays. Like he had.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Kinda.
Damn, do
I
y'all
think Jay
remember?
Holidays
I
was
think
longer, though.
everybody had braids back then.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Who didn't have braids back then?
Chris Brown. He had braids. He had the low cut always.
He always,
Yeah, now he got that little dead Jerry curl on his head. I don't know what it is.
He done been through a
Yeah.
whole bunch of different hairstyles. I was gonna say he done been through it, but I ain't gonna talk about the man.
I mean, we're not gonna talk about you,
I
Chris.
don't know
but
you, brother.
You like you on drugs, but it is what it is.
Hey.
That boy face is sunken in. I saw him the other day. I'm
A lot
like,
of people on
damn.
drugs now. Shit.
Boy, I tell you, boy.
Let's speak on that one.
Perks,
Speak on
all
that,
type
man.
of stuff. They don't understand. It's those do more damage than the granddaddy drugs. What happened to good old meth?
That ain't going nowhere. That shit's still out there. He was still taking that.
I say that like it's hot cocoa. What happened to good old crack? What happened to that?
It's just simple, you know.
Yeah, what happened to the simple drugs? The ones that came in rocks.
I don't think any drug is simple. I think it falls in line to, again, being creatures of habit.
Yeah.
People are more inclined to addiction. So now that we're talking about that, I can transition it into the fitness route because eating habits, food can be an addiction as well.
That's a drug.
Yeah, I would say myself personally struggle from the addiction of sugar, of chocolate. I like brownies and cookies. And I still like binge every now and then, and it fucked me up. You know, I gotta go to my AA meetings. And,
Yeah, that boy relapsed just the other day. You can see it in his eyes. That boy seeing the brownies now. Like,
It's a
oh,
professional right now.
damn.
I'm gonna let it go.
That's all right,
Nobody's
brother.
perfect,
You here?
so-
You're in a safe space.
Listen,
Talk
man.
about that brownie.
But yeah, it's just it goes back to mental health. You know, people like to use things to cope with
Yeah.
the trauma
Right.
that they're dealing with, and some people do use that food as a coping mechanism. And then the sugar that's added into it releases the same, what is it, the dopamine?
Yeah,
in the brain
yeah,
that
it is dopamine,
just
right?
like cocaine would. So that right there, the science right there speaks for itself. So, and sugar's in pretty much all the processed food that we pretty much consume on a day-to-day basis. So.
I mean, when you really think about it, when you look at some of these things that are supposed to be healthy, and the healthy one will tell you, oh, it's only 3 grams of sugar. Do you know how much a gram is?
Yeah, I know.
How much a gram is?
Nah,
I
seriously.
think it's a serving grams. And it's crazy because the healthy stuff be like 3 grams. And I'm like, what? Like, imagine with the unhealthy stuff, how many grams it got.
Nah, facts. I mean, that's where it gets tricky because your body still needs it. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
That's what the nutrition facts is back there for. You see the percentages.
Right.
This is pretty much if you eat this serving size, you should have this percentage, for the day as far as for this meal. So let's say, okay, breakfast, I want to eat. I say I get a pack of oatmeal or something like that, and on the back of it, it says it has 3 grams of sugar, which includes an extra 4 grams of sugar, which is like at my 24% daily value. So 24% of the day on sugar, I've ate already, pretty much, if that makes sense. I've ate. You want to get to 100%, obviously, but, that 24% I've ate already. So now the next meal I have, you calculate that, add it with that, and it all adds up until you ate a full 100% of the sugars for the day. What we get lost at is we don't track that. So we eat more, we overconsume. And then the nutritional facts is kind of tricky in itself. It has in big calories, 300 calories, but that's for the daily value. But the bag might have about, 5 different servings in that specific
got
pack.
you.
So
Yeah.
now it's 300 per serving, but you've eaten the whole pack. You ate 5 servings.
That
you done
probably
ate
would've messed me
300
up,
times.
too.
Hey, you know
Pretty
what's
much,
crazy
right?
though?
Think
I was
about
going,
that.
I be getting confused at
Yeah,
that
yeah.
because it says per serving. I'm like, so you expect me to open this bag
Yeah.
and only eat 3 of them?
Yeah.
Like, what am I, a squirrel? Like, what's going on? I'm not doing that.
But see, that's why I come into play with my fitness company pretty much. I already have a system put together where I track your macros. Well, and it's not even a system. This is universal for all personal trainers if they offer meal plans. You do it by tracking macros, and what that does is you track the numbers on a day-to-day basis, on a meal-by-meal basis, how many calories I should be taking in, proteins, fats, or carbohydrates on a specific day to get, okay, I want to lose a pound, or I want to gain a pound. So if I want to lose a pound, then I might want to consume less carbs this week than I would before previously because now I'm trying to lose that weight. So that's where A1 Supreme Fitness comes into play because I, pretty much put that plan together for you. I just get your information, and from there I can put together a specific meal plan detailed to your goal and what you want to get to, whether it be losing weight or gaining weight. Now the training part, the training aspect, that's easy, that's simple. As long as you're active, they say 30 minutes a day is the minimum you should do. That's all you need to do. 30 minutes a day of intense training. I would say it's sufficient for any standard American or any standard adult. Pretty much, I would say out like 3 days out the week. That's what they say is the standard you should be pushing for. So you do that. You put that along with the meal plan, and you have the motivation of a trainer, on your ass about like, listen, this is what you got to do if you want to get to here. If you don't do it, you're not going to get to here. And you have that reinforcement, that accountability that helps you get to the next level. So that's pretty much what A1 Supreme Fitness is all about. And then I also tie in the mentality aspect, personally, it starts with your mindset because as I said, we all creatures of habit. So how do I get you to break that habit? Well, pretty much I have to show you have a problem. For me to be able to show you have a problem, I got to point out your flaws. A lot of people aren't necessarily ready to see their flaws, or they'll see it and they'll revert back to those addictions that cause them to be in that same cycle that they're in. So to see if a person is serious about wanting to change themselves, when you point their flaws out, they'll come to you and they'll, hey, listen, I need help because you know exactly how to help them get to that next level. And that's exactly what
Yeah,
I'm
boy,
doing.
be pointing at your man titties and be like, see, you got your titties here.
But
You could lose them titties.
and at the same time, like throughout the whole process,
Yeah.
I preach fitness as a lifestyle because, like I just said, I have my guilty pleasures with chocolate, so it's not easy. I can't do this shit on a day-to-day basis.
And it's good that you know what I'm saying, you don't put on like this perfect.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. I can't say it.
You can't do that.
Nah. I'm a human, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
got my faults. But I know it's a lifestyle. So me knowing that it's a lifestyle, I understand today I fucked up, tomorrow I'm back on track.
Big
And
facts.
I continue to keep that mindset, which keeps me focused. You keep doing that on a day-to-day basis, you'll see how far it'll take you. And then when the problems come, let's say I go through some stresses that really just fuck me up on the inside, you know what I mean? I have a course that teaches meditation. different breathing techniques to help people, to get through those times where they won't have to revert to those addictions. They can actually find it within themselves and be able to learn more about themselves and know how to navigate what problem, trauma I'm dealing with at that moment, and how can I fix it and, live a more peaceful lifestyle pretty much.
So what do you think is easier, or just a basic question? Who's the easier person to train, a woman or a man?
Women are definitely easier to train because...
Really?
Yeah, because women will listen to a man. Just for the dominance factor of a man having that, more authority type feel.
Yeah.
Men, nah, nigga, who are you to tell me get my ass on the treadmill?
Nigga, I told you I'm not running.
You feel me? Like I'm not.
That ain't cardio.
Brother, watch your tone, bro.
plus the ego is like, damn, like, nah, I'm straight. I can do this myself, which is cool, and I'm all for that. I don't necessarily have to train you. But if you need help, I have alternatives. So I wrote my ebooks and I have my videos on YouTube that I push out on the side too. So if let's say you don't want to have me as a trainer, it's all alternatives to get started. There's no reason why you shouldn't. At that point, it's on you. Like, right. What else can I do?
That's big facts. I ain't gonna lie. I'm at a point now, being a former athlete. I'm like, you know what? I've been trying to do this on my own. I might have to go ahead and get the training done. I just know it's harder for us because we be like, nah, I can't do another one, dog.
I feel.
I know my limits.
But all it takes is the start.
Big facts.
And if my conversation here could be that catalyst for that, so be it. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you get started, bro.
That's it, man. I think we all need to focus on like physical health. I know it's a big push for mental health now. But I think physical health is still something that's like the big elephant in the room that we don't address.
I put it like this. And this is crazy because one of my clients, I had a gay client once before. He put it to me in some terms that at first I was like, what the fuck? And then it was like, all right, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So pretty much he was like, you know what, Sam, you know why a bad bitch get what she gets as far as flights, travels, free food, stuff like that? You want to know why she gets that? Because she knows she a bad bitch and she ain't going to settle for nothing less than that. So in me thinking that, he's like, Sam, you got to start moving like you're a bad bitch. Right now, you're insecure about the things that you do, and it shows, and that's why you get maybe, lesser than what you may want because what you're putting out there is, I don't know if that's for me. Like, I don't know if that's deserving of me or not. You know what I mean? And it just goes back to, us, that conversation we were just talking earlier with the money situation. Like, really, are you selling yourself short?
I might be.
You know what I mean? So. But it's still.
You're a bad bitch,
I gotta act like I'm a bad bitch.
Oh, man.
Hey, listen, you settle for nothing less than that, because the bad bitch ain't gonna take that.
Bad bitch attitude from now on.
Hey, listen, man.
Let's not make this a thing.
It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. She gonna be behind the camera. Period.
Nah.
Big
Don't
pause.
make it a thing, but
Big pause.
It's just something to think about. You know what I mean? Just something that I guess. He a gay man, so that's how he gonna look at it. But it had me sitting down thinking like, damn, maybe he right.
I think everybody should move like you a boss. I don't think you really should sell yourself short as much as. And then, do you find it harder for like your friends to support you? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, it be random strangers, people I don't even know, be supporting me more than my dogs.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy to me.
My friends, they support me though. I can't even sit here and lie like that.
Like some of my friends do, but I'm just saying, like, when you look and you see somebody who you don't even know be just out here blasting your stuff, you be like,
yeah.
You know what I'm
Kind of a
saying?
shocker, like.
Yeah, like.
But that's the effect that you have on people, like, and you see that as like it should be an inspiration to continue to want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, to know that somebody listening to your podcast, watching your podcast, whether it be 1 or like 1,000, like, damn, bro, like I had that impact.
That's true, because I ain't gonna lie, like, real talk, and this is the weirdest thing, like, this is how I know, like, I be doing stand-up, be out here. This dude remembered me, and I wasn't even, like, I didn't even perform. Mm-hmm. We was just in the parking lot, and he was trying to, like, rank me, and I said his head looked like a testicle. And this dude remembered this months later, bro. Like, we was at, what was that, Bo Campers? We was at Bo Campers, and he was our waiter.
Oh,
and he was like, yo, you don't remember me, do you?
How that work?
And I was like, yeah, because I did. He looked familiar, but I'm like, I be knowing a lot of people. So I'd be like, bro, I don't know who this is, but I feel like I know him. And then he was like, you know, remember you called me, you said my head looked like a testicle.
Crazy.
And he's like, it was funny though, bro. Like, it was like,
got
he's like, you got me, bro. I was,
That fool,
and I
dog.
said, bro, you was drunk. How you remember that? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, you never know the effect that you have on a person, and they
Yeah.
say first impression is everything. So you treat every moment.
good
of,
energy, man.
You know, every moment of what you do is the first impression, and you want to put your best out there. You never know who watching.
Nah.
They meet you while you in your comedy mode. They know you as Brian the comedian. All your homies, they like, oh, it's
That's just Brian.
So
Oh, it's
so
just
so
Brian on
just
another show.
so even just going back to the support from friends, like it goes back to just being that leader within self, because friends might not have the same vision as you.
Of course.
And I kind of battled with that because I used to think back to myself like, damn, dog, my friends, I feel like they ain't support me like I feel like they should. But
Yeah.
why would they? Like, yo, like. First and foremost, I don't even believe in this shit as much as I should.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? To even push it to them, for them to believe it like that. So if that be the case, and then they got their life that they going through, their own vision. So of course they're not gonna see it like that. But they're my friends that if I go through a problem, I can go and I can speak to, I can talk to. I
But
don't
that-
look to.
I kind of look at it like the same way. That's how I broke it down to myself, because I'd have people saying it to me or whatever, and I'm like, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I look at it like, bro, this is my business, and we friends.
Mhm.
I'm not looking for you to support my business because we friends. Like, now I have business friends,
True.
like in my business, in comedy, like people I hang out with, they'll push my stuff. But I don't expect, like, we friends. Like, bro, you've known me forever. This ain't your lane. Like, I don't expect you to do that. Like, you into
Exactly.
what Roddy Rich is doing right now. That's just your thing.
Exactly.
You ain't into what I'm doing.
But and at the same time, man, as long as you continue to progress on your purpose,
Yeah.
they'll see it, and then, oh damn, I remember I know Brian.
Like,
from,
yeah.
yeah.
You get a random call from him. I know him. I told you.
Boy, let me tell you something. My number has not changed in over, since high school? So that's
Since I
over
knew
like
you.
15 years. I'm like, I ain't that old.
I'm gonna say, hold on.
I was about to say,
wait.
hold on.
But when I'm saying when I hit, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be up there. I'm not gonna change my number, but I'm damn sure that phone, I'm gonna have an extra phone.
Yeah.
That other phone, I'm like, all right, go ahead, call that phone.
You say you ain't gonna change it.
Yeah,
Watch.
I might not.
Like, I don't want nothing to do
you
with that.
never know,
number.
man. Shit can happen that you might have to change it. So,
Damn, you right.
hey,
That's true though.
Mess around, your number
Hey.
get shown on the video. Gotta get a new one. That's it. You get random calls and texts.
Yeah, that's gonna be for the birds, boy.
at
You have
that
to
point
be
it's like,
somebody.
man, I need my peace. There's too many people hitting my
Yeah.
phone up right now. Like,
Damn, dog.
I don't mean to burst. I don't want to make it seem like you gotta change. You don't gotta change it.
Nah, hey, look how you looking. Yeah, nigga, you do. You definitely gotta change your number. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what's the goal for you in the next like 5 years though?
The next 5 years, having my security company, pretty much a well-oiled machine where I don't necessarily have to be out working contracts. I can just have my guys actually out working, and I can go bid and fight for new contracts. Personal training wise, I want my brand to be, pretty. I want it to be much bigger than what it is, just as anybody else would. But at the same time, I would say it's not like. Nah, that's a goal. I want to have my own gym, my own, warehouse that I train my clients at, a set location where I can say this is where my clients come and train, rather than being at, parks doing boot camps.
Yeah.
That's definitely the short-term goal, not even 5 years. I want to do that within a few months, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it all takes time, and then
Mariana. I mean, is
I
that
don't know
one?
about marriage, bro. I don't know.
Oh,
I
damn.
don't know, bro.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I understand.
I'm a bit of black man.
Oh no, I ain't there. I ain't there. Oh Lord.
Come on now, kid.
Go
Come
ahead
on
now.
now.
Tell what's going. Why?
I'm not going to go into detail.
You don't gotta go into detail, but why no?
I'll just say I've shared some experiences with the opposite sex that just, kind of put like a shell over my heart, I guess you could say. And I just trusting, for me, I don't know if I can trust anybody to the point where I want to like spend the rest of my life with just
I feel
that
you.
one person. Will it happen? It can. Maybe I have to, maybe I need to see a therapist and speak to somebody. I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I actually spoke to a therapist once before, but I don't know. I look at, especially right now, like, come on, we all know
Mhm.
how shit is now. Like, bruh, if you ain't
Bruh,
got it
yeah,
locked
yeah.
down, it's like,
Hey,
bruh.
you think you're the guy. You think you're the guy. You think so. You think it.
You the slider.
No, you the guy for that.
Hey,
for
hey.
that moment. And
Hey, there's a female viewer right now watching this like, damn,
God damn it.
you fucked up, girl.
I mean, listen.
man.
Hey, but Rihanna could fix that.
I don't know about Rihanna. I like Rihanna, but she ain't. I ain't gonna sit here and say Rihanna my top, man. I ain't gonna,
Who's your top?
give me
Cash Doll?
I ain't gonna lie. Give me a little sweetie, I'm straight.
Oh, all right.
Give me a little sweetie, I'm straight. Yeah, I'll take that
I
one.
like a gutter. Give me Cash Doll.
Cash Doll.
I know she'll shank a bitch for me.
Definitely. She gonna
Yeah, I
ride.
agree.
She gonna ride.
Yeah, boy. I know I could just.
Cardi?
What? Oh, yeah. Cardi too.
Oh.
Cardi fun.
Yeah, right?
See, Riri's like the top, but you know what I'm saying? My top has always been making good.
Making good?
Lord Jesus.
All right.
I mean, she cheated on me with the pastor, so it's all right. I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on her to get that out of her
Close to
system.
God, man.
get that out of her system.
I'm waiting for her to get that little guy out of the system real quick. You know what I'm saying? Little pastor out of the
You
system.
know what?
Podcast over.
Like, when she ever on demon time.
Let me tell you something. That 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I'm here.
Listen, man.
I gotta
Say
move
something.
away from you,
Hey,
sure.
Megan, listen, if you do, just stop, because you're going to get us both killed, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
It better be worth it.
Man,
Hey.
if you watching this podcast,
What if it's not worth
I'm
it?
not telling nobody. Do you understand? I'm taking that to my grave.
Oh, you're not
The only
gonna-
nigga, he'll probably know.
You ain't gonna
But you know what's gonna be
out-sing it?
crazy? I whisper it to him on my deathbed.
Yeah.
I'll be like this. I'll be like, come here. He be like, what, man? What? I fuck Megan.
and I'm gonna fuck around. I already know.
I'm like, nigga, how? He be like, I know. He's gonna close my eyes for me.
Rest well.
Nah, but
I
But
mean,
that's
listen, I don't knock marriage. I'm not gonna sit here and tell somebody else don't get married. Like, that's not the message that I want to preach. But for me, myself personally, I just don't know.
I think you should do whatever it is you works for you, because I feel like it's different for different people. Like, there's a lot of people that feel like marriage is the thing. And granted, I mean, I know I want to get married. You know what I'm saying? But I also know that marriage, like, for some reason in our society, it's just like getting together. Like, you remember before, like, the talking stage is cool, but then once you throw titles on it, one of y'all gonna start acting weird. Or both.
Shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You shouldn't, but that's what happens. Same thing with a ring. A ring sometimes make a woman crazy or a man. You know what I'm saying? Some of them be like, hey, this, you know what I'm saying? This changed everything. When y'all was together, everything was
Really?
good.
But does
You
it-
should make your marriage what it should be, what you want it to be.
You know what I'm saying? Does it make you crazy? I think, I don't know. I think it's, if you honest with the person up front, right, and then y'all get to that point where y'all want to get married, the thing that brings craziness out of a person is like a boundary being crossed,
Yeah.
right? So at that point, now when you get married, you hear about all the arguments. So you telling me all these boundaries are being crossed now, but you ain't spot this before y'all got married?
Be hiding their true self.
You know what I
Eh,
mean?
eh,
Like,
I don't know, man. I don't think they be hiding their true self. I feel like, because a lot of people say that, but I feel like everybody sees it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like I have a thing that I live by.
yeah.
And I say we create our own hells. You know
True,
what I'm
that's
saying?
facts.
I feel like we create you create your own hell. Like anybody that got problems,
Yeah.
like other than 10% of it, 90% of it is you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's what you allowed, it's what you allow to happen and stuff like that. So even when it comes to your lady or your significant other, man, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's you created that.
Yeah. Facts.
By letting certain things slide, letting certain things go, you not saying nothing. It's like it's a communication thing. But as long as you communicate, if both of y'all communicate is good.
But what if you communicating with somebody who just don't understand what you saying, or really just don't care to understand what you saying?
And let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something.
Not saying that.
No. I'm telling you some real shit. And this old head told me one time. If you feel like you're not being listened to, or your voice is not being heard and it's falling on deaf ears, you should either fall back, you know what I'm saying? Reevaluate yourself and see if it's not just you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something like you're projecting on that person, But if once you do that and you realize, oh, I'm not tripping,
Mm-hmm.
and they just not hearing me, you give them another opportunity, and then after that, sometimes, because there's certain things in a relationship is just like anything else. It's just like any other partnership. There's certain things that just y'all just not gonna click on. Like, but are you willing to live with not clicking on those things?
Facts.
And that's what it is.
That's what I was just gonna say. So it's like, at the same time, certain boundaries you get crossed for a person just being a person. But is that cause for like, I'm done with this marriage? Like, I want a divorce now. Like,
I think
what's
a lot
worth
of people
fighting
quit.
for now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's worth actually is that person worth battling for? But it depends what boundary was crossed. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a catch-22.
Yeah.
You kind of got to compromise, but be an individual
Yeah.
at the same time. How do you do that? How do you find that balance? It's not easy. And I haven't necessarily said I haven't found it.
Yeah.
Which is why I look at marriage. Like, I wouldn't say I'm ready to be married yet because I'm just not at that point mentally. I feel like I can give a girl my all, but I don't know. I feel like I won't get it back in return. So
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. You just got, like, to be honest, you just gotta find your own, like, you gotta find your own healing before you start. Because, again, when I tell people when you get married or whatever, and I'm not married, all right. I'm not no guru, nigga. I'm not Derek Jackson. All right, so don't look to me for advice. But all I can tell you is marriage is two wholes coming together. I don't know where the hell we got this whole, oh, you're half and you're the other half of me. No, it's two whole people coming together
facts, how it should be.
to form a super, like, you know what I'm saying, like a super team. Like LeBron coming down here to Miami, that's exactly what that is. That's what marriage is. But the thing is the funny thing about marriage is, what do you do when y'all both not in y'all prime no more?
I mean,
When winning a ring is different. You ain't winning no more rings. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and games when you winning rings and y'all both in y'all prime and everything.
Facts.
But what you gonna do when it gets gritty? When y'all start getting injuries? When shit changing? When ownership is tripping? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do then? Because that's when you really find out who your person is. Because a lot of dudes want to wait until after they out they prime, they done got fat. Then they like, oh, I want to settle down. But by that time, you finding somebody who they just looking for a meal ticket most of the time.
I don't know, man. It's kind of tricky because at the same time, you don't want to take nobody who don't respect you or somebody who, when you at your lowest, they're gonna, either up and leave you. You don't want somebody like that.
I agree.
Yeah. You don't want
If somebody leave you at your lowest, remember that.
Yeah.
But also I don't know how to put this. Don't really penalize them for
you necessarily
penalize
can't.
them for leaving, but don't necessarily understand there's a bigger picture. Like, you may not have been the best person
For
around
that
them.
person,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
time. And at the same time as you trying to do for your mental health,
Facts.
they gotta do for them.
That's facts.
Because we don't ever really look at it as us when we were going through that, like how we were. You know what I'm saying? We might have been a terrible, even though we feel like, man, I was going through it, you should have been there for me. You might have been cussing that person out every day. You might have been just being distant as fuck. Like, you can't get mad if the person want to leave, but at the same time, they shouldn't have left. But it's a catch-22.
You can't say they shouldn't have. At that point, they made a decision which they felt was best for
Best for
themselves.
them.
So they did what they felt was necessary by all means. It's the way you go about things, though. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's always a way.
That's for themselves. All you have to do is, instead of focusing on other people, it'll happen eventually if it's meant to happen. So you just have to focus on yourself and figure it out.
Damn. Look how good she look. I was like, would it be weird, though, if I just look at you? Nah, that's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I'm a kiss on the cheek. Nah, that's too much. Oh, man. Look how she laying on the pillow like a little angel. Looking like a snicker. I need a piece. I just lay your head on my pillow. Nah, I'm not gonna serenade her. That's weird. That's weird. The Figure It Out segment.
All right. So for the figure out segment, we have 4 types of questions in the middle.
This nigga don't know.
It's 4 types, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or 3 types.
I mean, we've been doing this for months.
All right, we have 4 types of questions. It is would you rather, what if, facts or nah, or versus. They're all in the middle of the table. We are going to reach in the middle and grab them at the same time. Please do not slap any.
And if you get the blank one, you have to make up your own question.
Please let me finish this.
Oh, sorry.
There's also a blank one in the middle of the table. If you grab it,
Lying bitch.
You gotta make up your own question.
Yeah, you gotta make
you
up
have
your
to
own
make
question.
up your own question.
You ain't know.
Golly, man.
Ready?
All right.
On
so
the
we-
count of 3, let's make this like middle school, because somebody gonna slap my hand. All right? 1, 2, 3. Bitch.
I went straight for that.
Yeah, now you don't got none. Stupid ass. Go reach in there and go get it.
We can see the one that's empty.
You get the empty one now.
I was gonna take it anyway.
Uh-uh. Just leave that one, whoever. Your turn, bitch. Who go first?
Not me.
Oh, so it's me?
I got the empty one. Go ahead.
Oh, you're right. Oh, well, then we got to pull that one up anyway.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go first. Oh, wow. It's weird.
Go ahead.
Love is transaction based.
Ooh, no, it's not.
That's a fact or no?
Nah.
You don't think so?
Transaction based?
Transaction. You mean
Nah,
like?
bro.
Not money.
Okay.
Nah, bro. Like,
you
I
don't
do
think
this
so?
for that. I do this for that.
Like
You don't
a
think so?
business?
No.
You don't think it's transaction based? You don't think you give your girl love to receive love?
I feel like if
No.
it's real love, you shouldn't give to receive. It should.
You don't think so?
You feel me?
Now you challenging my thought. I don't know. Hold on. Wait a minute. Now you might be
It's deeper than you think. It's deeper than you think.
transaction.
Yeah, 'cause it might just be, right?
Because I don't want to just keep on giving out love, and your ass ain't giving me nothing.
That's
Like,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
that's
So you just gonna
like-
keep giving out love and no one gives you nothing back. That's
that love
crazy.
gonna go.
But what is giving
You
out
gonna
love?
leave. Huh?
What is giving out love? Is it doing something for a person, or is it actually just caring or checking in on a person and stuff like that?
I mean, you could break it down in different parts of the relationship. You could do it even in sex. Like, what
okay.
if it was just
I
you
would say
giving
this.
sex?
I would say this. No, because
Nah?
now that I've had my son, right? I felt the level of love that I would give my life for my son. I don't need anything in return. If my son's life was in danger and it had to be a choice, my life is going and he can go. There's nothing deeper, nothing more, bigger than that. Like, I don't ask for anything in return. Like, you can't give me nothing. I done gave my life for you. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that type of love, I think no. That's for like parent to child. I even think family members. But some people are narcissistic. So if your family ain't doing what you want them to do, it's like forgetting that they got lives too. Plus they the closest ones to you, so
Yeah.
you treat them the worst sometimes because that's family anyway. You know what I mean? But I
do
realize
you feel
that
like even with family though, you don't feel like that's transaction based? I feel like a lot of families are like that.
it shouldn't be.
Like, what you ain't do nothing for me, so what I'm gonna do for you?
And that's
like that.
And that's the reason why the world is the way it is. It starts at home. Like
It's what have you done for me lately?
that's what causes society. So if we want a society to be like that, then yeah, of course, like love is transactional. But if we want a society of people who really say we want peace on earth, like, bro, I'm giving this love for you for the simple fact that I love you. Like, that's what it is. Like, in a grand scheme of it, will it ever be like that? Fuck no. Hell no. That's just not happening.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate. So technically, in life and what we experience today, love is transaction based, correct? Everywhere we see is transaction based. This man just said he'll give his life for his child, and we hear nothing but sirens.
That's what I'm saying, boy. They done yet?
They like, well, we gonna test it. We gonna.
Listen, that's,
I mean,
that's
That
the
boy
love
like,
that I
I
have
ain't
for-
folding.
Listen, man, I've been prepping. I feel like I've been prepping my whole life for this moment to have my son to be able
That's
to
what I'm talking about.
teach him, the thing, because I didn't have a father in my life, and I know how that impacts a child.
And
growing-
we
a boy
break-
growing
and
up
we
in
breaking
like
that.
too. So,
We breaking that now. You gonna be there for your son.
hey, man, I'm gonna do everything I can for him, and
raise the
either
king.
he accept it
boy.
or if he don't accept it, I know I did what I had to. You know what I mean? Or,
Big facts.
that's how it's gonna be. The love that I have for him. So.
Transaction based.
I'm gonna say With short explanation, I'm gonna say yeah for that one.
Like right now, love is transaction based.
Yeah.
The world is. Oh nah, bro, it's still not transaction.
Okay, so no for you. It's not a fact. So fact for you, and I'm gonna go. It's a fact. I feel like
Yeah.
in life it's transaction based
Yeah.
for love. Because if you think about it, think about all the marriages that fail. What's the main thing they say?
I wasn't.
You
happy.
weren't doing this. You weren't doing that, and that's why I started to get unhappy. That's
But
transaction.
remember, marriage is through sickness and health, good or bad.
It's supposed to.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't remember
But
that.
based on how many divorces there are,
Yeah.
Again, what has society taught us? Self,
Yeah.
my gratification.
True.
I'm worried about my happiness. It's not a team thing.
marriage is all about who can make you happy,
Yeah,
not who you can make happy.
I need to worry about my own mental health.
And even at that, right? Loving somebody don't necessarily mean making them happy.
Yeah.
'Cause if I know you doing some wild shit and I love you, bro, you doing some wild shit.
Yeah.
You need to calm down. And
True.
you might not. That might not make you happy because the wild shit you doing, you enjoy that. Because I love you, I'm gonna tell you like, bro, I see what the pattern of that shit going down. And I don't even need nothing in return. I just want you to. I want to save your life. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's not trying. It shouldn't be, and it can't be. Love is
Yeah.
not transactional. Like you have to just have that for a person.
We-
Gotta be there.
Yeah, we should change it. And I do tell people this, and we'll move on to the next thing. I tell people all the time, you shouldn't be making. I shouldn't make you happy.
I shouldn't.
You should already be happy. I should make you happier. You know what I'm saying? That right there in itself
Yeah.
lets you know where it should be at. Because you shouldn't be making someone happy. They should already be happy.
Yeah.
You should make them happier. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where we get lost a lot.
Yeah.
We out here trying to fix something where somebody has to fix it themselves.
Yeah. Facts.
You ain't no therapist, brother. But I'm speaking like one.
This guy.
Oh, Lord. You next.
Yeah, you wanna?
All right, mine is money is the root of evil. I'm gonna let y'all answer that first.
Facts or nah? No. Money isn't the root of all evil, but the love of money is the root of all evil.
I agree.
I agree with that too.
The love of money is where you go south.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you can do some good shit with money. You can really
You can
change
fix
people's
everything.
lives. Yeah, with money. Yeah.
People just get corrupt and need more and more. It's never
But then,
enough.
At the same time, though, now imagine getting big money, right? You get the big $10 million contract. And everybody from the hood, no, yo, bro, man.
That's it.
And you feel a need to help everyone.
And money changes people, not
Mhm.
you per se, but the people,
People around you.
Yeah.
Nah,
so
jealousy is real.
I will say I've seen it, and I'm gonna be honest, like in my life, I have seen people get large amounts of money, and it really don't be the people, it be everybody around them.
Yeah.
Sisters, cousins, all that.
Yeah.
And then eventually it changes them because they've been cut and scarred so many times.
Yeah.
So then they end up changing.
But I mean, you know, it just come with the territory, man. Like that's how it is. People are, you know, everybody wants to get to that point. And if somebody's at that point already, like, damn, dog, you're gonna look at your life and be like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? That's not a thing on you. That's on them. Like they mad at themselves. I think that's what Morgan Freeman said in the 21 Savage album, where he was saying like jealousy and envy is things that we hate within ourselves. So you're not necessarily mad at that person because they got it. You mad because you ain't get it. Like
Yeah.
do what you need to do to get it, but that person might not know what that
I
is.
mean, you just gotta cheer for everybody. I cheer for all my dogs, everybody, whatever they doing, I cheer for all of them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because your time is always gonna come. It's just what you gonna do during your time. If you spending your time being envious, you'll never get it.
At
I
the
don't
same-
worry about nobody. I worry about my lane.
I'll play devil's advocate.
Uh-oh.
I will say though, money could be the root of all evil because if you ain't got money, a lot of problems that we have now necessarily wouldn't be happening. Think about it. You know, a lot of mom and pop shops wouldn't have to close down necessarily if Walmart wasn't coming and taking over the whole pot.
Big facts.
And now you got more people that can go to a mom and pop and that's helping somebody else's small business while, you know, another person could go right up the street to somebody who they grew up with, you know, and buy produce or whatever the case may be. So In that fact, like if you took money out the equation, everything would be off the barter system. So I think as we speak on being individuals, I think that would be the best for that type of system, because now it forces you to find your strengths, because you're not just doing shit for money anymore. Now you're actually doing it because you want to do it. This is what you want. This is what you like, right? Because there's no money in that. So now I'm gonna learn everything I can about, let's say, painting, or I'm gonna learn everything I can about landscaping, right? And instead of the money aspect, I bring landscaping to the table. You do music, or you fix cars. So hey, I can help you fix your car if you cut my grass for me. Exactly. And we just do it like that. Yeah. As opposed to where the money gets involved. If you ain't got the money, I'm sorry, bro, I can't fuck with you. I can't help you out. There's nothing I can do for you. You know what I mean? But you bring something to the table to me. I need my car fixed. It's sitting right here.
Right, son,
you know what I mean? Like, if you ain't got the money, now we have to barter and learn.
I feel like life would be so much better if we did that. Still did that.
Yeah.
So, is money the root of all evil?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna say no.
I mean, for society, yes.
Yeah, I guess as a construct.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it is a bad thing. I think the individual ultimately. That's like the same thing with guns.
Yeah.
I was just about to say
it depends on the individual.
Yeah. All right, then. Let's move on to the next question. Do this one first. Child obesity is the parents' fault.
Yeah.
Facts or not?
Facts.
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 What you think, man?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
You the one feeding that baby McDonald's.
That's it.
I mean, yeah, that is true. Kid ain't gonna eat it unless you get it.
I seen a video on TikTok of this fat baby. Like, the baby was obese. And the lady was playing like a chicken song. And the baby started swinging its arms trying to get to the phone. And I was like, if this ain't...
Yeah, nah, you teaching that down to your kid.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the lady was fat too, but I'm like, wouldn't you want better for your child?
I mean,
I think about that.
It all depends. I don't know.
Obesity. Like, they can only eat what you
give them.
What's in the house.
A baby has
they
no
at school and stuff like that, but still, like,
they don't have
you
no
can
choices.
Control the majority.
Yeah.
You control at least 60% of your child's intake. Maybe 70.
Yeah, nah.
Because
the
the school controls
that shit. She was cooking one meal for all us.
Yeah.
Except for my younger brother, he used to get special meals. He'll get the Chef Boyardee chicken and rice and peas and carrots. That's all he ate. That's all he ate. Nothing else. And it's like, okay.
Crazy, but yeah.
This starts at home, definitely. Parents, they need to put the right stuff in the fridge so that the kids can know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, shit, if the parents ain't
I'm
on
about
it,
to say,
like,
especially if they
what you
have a
expect?
family history of being like that, they should at least try and start their kids off on the right track. You know what I mean?
Should.
But nah.
They don't even see it in themselves yet, so you expect them to tell that to their kid? Like, man, it just ain't gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
that kid's gonna have to grow up and realize, like, yo, this ain't what I want to be. You know what I mean? Childhood obesity, I think, is definitely on the parents. I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
It's on the parents. All right. We got one more paper. One more question
You got the question?
that I didn't think of.
I got one.
Oh, you got one?
I got one.
Oh,
I got
I
one
was
for
just
y'all,
about to
man.
come out
It's
with
something
one.
me and
All
my
right, go
boys been
ahead.
talking about
Go
for the
ahead.
longest, man. What y'all doing when the aliens drop down, man?
Is that enough?
Boy. Hey, that was
Straight
the answer,
Independence
boy.
Day. I don't care if you come. You better come down and speak sweet nothings, because I ain't trusting you.
That's what I'm saying. I see.
So-
I'm gonna look on the TV and see what's going on first. But
Yeah.
if they bought it, then
Yeah,
we gotta assemble.
So the question would be, y'all believe in aliens are real? Facts or not?
Why not?
I do.
Yeah, facts.
Big
Why
fan.
not? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like the galaxy is so big.
Mm-hmm.
It gotta be other life, and we haven't
Gotta
reached
be.
anything yet. And then they say the whole thing about God, and I'm like, why could God, make aliens
That's
too?
what-
Like,
facts.
why could we just be, this is the Earth? I'm gonna put people on there that look like me. But before he made different types of, who knows?
Who knows? Yeah?
If he that kind.
Hey, I'm Brian G., brand ambassador for the AV Podcast Studios, and I'm here to show you what we got. cut the camera off. Yeah, I can't remember the code. No, I'm definitely gonna pay you. Like, you know, I got the full payment. What are you doing, man? Cut the camera off. See, as you can see, we're here in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Got the headphones right here. You know, the mic and
The soundboard.
the soundboard. Yeah, the soundboard.
All right, that has been another episode of the Figure It Out podcast. Before we go, tell us anything that you got going on. Let the people know.
Pretty much A1 Supreme Fitness this Monday is starting this boot camp, Summer 2K21. It's 4 days of training, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. at Young Circle in Hollywood. Pretty much, you know, teaching more people about the lifestyle, more people about what I do. It gets the ebooks, you get the workout apparel, you also get the training and custom meal plans for 12 weeks. So I think it's everything that a person needs to pretty much get themselves to the next level and make it fitness a lifestyle. Security wise, you do rap, you're a DJ, you want extra security. I got a team of guys, me and myself personally. I do security, so just get at me at Mr._Hollywood 954. DM me, let me know what it is, and we can make it happen.
Sound pretty good.
All right.
Why
Why our outros can't never sound like that?
I'm saying.
You don't never have shit
He
going
got
on.
that practice, man.
You don't have shit going on, man.
Oh, it's me. It's my fault.
Yeah, it's always got to be you. Can't be me. I'm the star.
No. Oh, man.
Oh, shit. I'm the star. Imagine if I acted like that.
Man.
Man, this wouldn't last
You
long.
would have been solo, boy.
Yeah. They'd be like, welcome to the Figure It Out podcast. Oh, shit, I got to run and go turn the camera off.
Oh, man.
But nah. Hey, man. So, man, it was good having you, man. That has been another episode of the Figure It Out podcast. I am your host, Terry Lamar.
And I'm your host, Brian G. You guys already know, Triple PG. Stay prayed up, stay positive, stay persistent, and stay grinding. All right? Like, share, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the smoothest I've ever done it.
You did that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Don't delete that footage. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Hey, remember, we don't want you. We want your mama.
And your auntie.
Hey, if she bad enough, if you had that baby early, I know she only 45. Here we go.
I'm out of here, man.